listening to the AZ Wildcats podcast. I'm your host, Mike Luke. All right, joined by Mr. John Kurtz and Jason Shear. John Kurtz is a big fan, or big friend of the show. During all of realignment, we very much wanted to join K-State. We are now conference mates, John Kurtz. It is very good to be here.
Yes, I guess, yeah. First official appearance as Big 12 conference mates. So I should be welcoming you guys. Welcome to the Big 12.
Absolutely. Seen on YouTube, KC Sports Network, and the Big 12 newsletter, trusted by 2,100 fans. Very cool. Also, listen to this. You guys, there should be a little competition going with Jason Shear and John Kurtz. Did you know about this? You guys are with it. Yes, you guys are within 800 Twitter followers of each other, 26 and 27. This is going to be an interesting one to watch throughout the season, guys.
Well, listen, Jason's got the inside info. I would say he's going to have the inside track on that. You guys should be following Jason Shear before you should be following me.
Now you should be following John Kurtz as well. Do not be modest. All right, but we have John Kurtz on the show to talk about K-State. Listen. When it comes, obviously, you guys are in an interesting spot because you're essentially able to run off a quarterback to Ohio State because you have a quarterback that obviously has a world of potential. Break it down for us. We've just been talking about it on the outside. Break it down, Avery Johnson, what he brings to the table, strengths, all of that, weaknesses, what you see.
Yeah, I mean, it is a crazy position that K-State found themselves in last year. A little bit awkward. And I don't know that people thought Will Howard would end up at Ohio State. Right. But I can understand how it does happen when they put a really good team around him in 22. He won a Big 12 championship, and he was a lot better than Adrian Martinez. But they knew once Avery Johnson got into the program, like, this is a guy that you have to build around. Right. And he's the highest rated recruit that K-State has had at quarterback since Josh Freeman, which obviously goes back quite a ways. That was 2006 was his freshman year, so it's been a minute.
You know who Josh Freeman was initially committed to, along with same school that Adrian Martinez went to, Nebraska?
Yeah, Nebraska, because it was a huge deal. Ron Prince came in and flipped him when they hired him. We all thought Ron Prince was going to be great at that point in time. Funny how that worked. Anyway, Avery Johnson is a guy that is a local kid, so he's from Mays, which is in the Wichita area. That certainly helped in the recruitment, but they pulled him away from Oregon and Washington. He had a lot of major offers, and once they got him in, like, the thing that it starts out, he's dynamic with his legs. Like, I'm trying to remember which recruiting analyst it was. Lamar Jackson was actually like the comp that you started seeing for him because he's just like that fast and that dynamic. And you saw it in the Texas Tech game last year where he had 5 rushing touchdowns. Now, he can throw the ball, but when he throws the ball, like right now at this stage in his career, he's much better kind of with the off-platform throws, getting out of the pocket and moving, throwing on the run. I mean, he threw an incredible touchdown pass for the first TD of the game against Tulane on Saturday, where he was on the move, throwing back across his body to the back corner of the end zone through a couple of defenders. When he sits in the pocket right now, at least at this stage in his career, that's where he's having a little bit more of the struggles. It's a lot more inconsistent. His problem has been overshooting receivers. I mean, he's got the arm strength. He definitely has the arm talent. He's just pretty raw as far as that goes right now. But you let him get any space in the open, he's going to be as fast. I'd put him up with any quarterback in the country in terms of his speed. So he's a weapon. He's a big-time weapon. He's also incredibly mature, but like mature in a way where he's just very even-keeled. Like, that is not a guy that gets too high or too low at all. Very even-keeled at all points, mature beyond his years. So, I mean, the coaches love him, and I think there's a world of potential there. But I will say expectations this offseason probably got a little bit too high. Some of that K-State fans and media's fault. Some of it just beyond your control. I mean, the New York Post is picking him to win the Heisman. Like, he's just raw. He's more raw than I think K-State fans maybe would have hoped right now. And that's all about throwing the football.
Do you think, and Arizona fans are wondering this about their offense and defense too, do you think they've held him back a little bit the first 2 games for tomorrow night?
There's probably a little bit of that. He has not run the ball a ton. They really have done very little in terms of design quarterback run game. And in both weeks, the offense had a slow start, a bad first half, and then was much better in the second half. And a part of what's unlocked that, at least in the first game of the year against UT Martin, they all of a sudden came out, ran some read option, got him going with a couple quarterback run plays, and boom. I mean, they went for big yardage. And all of a sudden, you're like, okay, well, this is what the offense needs to really unlock itself. So I do think there's an element of that. But some of it, too, is like they've just had open receivers. I mean, he missed 2 deep balls that would have added probably 80, 90 yards to his total in the game against Tulane just because he overshot wide open receivers. One of them would have been a touchdown for sure. So, some of it too is just on him. Breaking in a new offensive line as well. I mean, they lost Cooper Beebe, who was one of the best offensive linemen in college football last year. He's starting for the Cowboys right now. Another NFL guy in KT Leviston. So there's a lot of new parts. They also have a new play caller, an offensive coordinator, and Connor Riley. And I think he's still getting his feet wet. And they haven't run very many plays. Like the ones on offense ran about 40 plays in week 1 against UT Martin. And they were still under 60 against Tulane, even though they obviously had to go the whole game. So I know that's something they've said, like, hey, we just haven't had as much opportunity to run a bunch of plays. And very feast or famine right now. They're either scoring or going 3 and out. There's not much in between.
When we look at the Big 12, I think the thing that's fascinating is the running backs here. I mean, I think it's the deepest running back conference in the entire country. You look around there, and let's just talk about K-State. DJ Giddens is a guy that kind of gets lost in the shuffle here, whether you're talking about Neal, whether you're talking about, obviously, Ollie Gordon. Then you bring in Dylan Edwards, who's getting 10 yards a pop, but only has 9 carries so far. Tell us a little bit about the running game, because that really seems to be a real force for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously like that's kind of K-State's brand, and Chris Kleiman, comes from North Dakota State. You want to run the football, and their offensive coordinator right now, Matt Wells, is the co-offensive coordinator who is much more passing game guy, but the guy who in title technically has offensive coordinator, no co in front of it. The one calling the plays is Connor Riley, who's been the offensive line coach the entire time Chris Kleiman has been here. So they want to run the ball, and I think you're right, because of Devin Neal, Ollie Gordon, Taj Brooks, Harvey at UCF, like all these guys in the conference. DJ Giddens does get overlooked. He's a really quiet guy, like does negative in terms of like promoting himself. Like he is not that kind of guy at all. It's kind of a joke on the team, like how quiet he is. He's a really good player. I heard, I think it was Amon Green who was doing color on the UT Martin game. He made the comp to like, he's got a little Le'Veon Bell in him, the way he runs, where he's really good at kind of changing speed, like being just a little stutter step here or there. And it's not like he's got great breakaway speed, but he's plenty fast and he is pretty powerful. And then you combine him this year, obviously, with Dylan Edwards, who transfers in from Colorado, who's one of the fastest backs that you're going to find around. They've got some real weapons to play with. They even really like Joe Jackson, who's their third running back there, who got some run in the UT Martin game. So they feel great about the depth. DJ Giddens is definitely a workhorse type of guy that you could use a ton. I think what K-State fans really want to see is Dylan Edwards get more touches because right now he's averaging almost 10 yards a touch, but he's only had the ball 12 times on offense. They've used him some on punt returns, but hasn't had a chance to really do anything there. I keep wondering if they're going to stick him back on kick returns. They haven't so far, but they need to find, and they said it this week at the press conference, Kleiman did, like, we've got to find ways to get him the ball more. They're aware of it. They know that needs to happen. I would imagine you're going to see a lot more of that in the game on Friday.
One thing I'm curious about is, this is new for Arizona, the Big 12 environment and all that. What is Arizona walking into tomorrow?
I do think it's going to be a great environment. Believe it or not, and I was actually very surprised to see this stat, but it's been since 2014 when K-State hosted Auburn, the last time that they had a top 20 matchup in Bill Snyder Family Stadium. So the last time that both teams were inside the top 20, and that was one of the best environments that I have seen. And I started going to K-State games in 1989, the year that Bill Snyder got there, the year that I was born. I will always tell you, I guess this is how it is with anybody. The atmosphere before Snyder retired, that first time when they were winning 11 games, 6 out of 7 years, nothing tops those. But that Auburn game is about as close as you'll get since then. And that was a weeknight game on a Thursday where everyone knew about it in the offseason and was like really hyped up and waiting for it. And I think there are a ton of parallels to this, obviously, because you watch the season Arizona had last year and everybody's like, man, this is going to be an awesome game.
Right.
Big Fox, hyped up, weeknight, like everybody will be watching this thing. So that's the most similar atmosphere that I can think of in my mind to what it will be like. And it'll be great. I mean, I think that's the thing with a lot of these Big 12 environments. Like if the team is really good, there are a lot of places in the league that can put together an excellent atmosphere that I would put up against, virtually anything, certainly pound for pound in terms of how many people are in the stadium, right? K-State holds a little over 50, so it's not the biggest stadium in the world, but pound for pound, it's going to be about as loud as you'll get in the country, I would say. So I think it'll be a great atmosphere. I think it will be an awesome atmosphere.
Those Kansas State teams in the mid-90s, L. Roberson, Michael Bishop, Chris Canty at corner, I believe. Yes, exactly. Lots of fond memories with that. All right, now let's talk a little bit about the defense, because Arizona's O-line is something we're a little bit concerned about. Obviously, you've got a really good front at Kansas State. Break down the defense, and then at the end, if we could get a prediction from John Kurtz.
Yeah, so the defense is really and I understand why everyone talks about the offense, and they have some really enticing parts. The thing that I think will tell the story of the game is, what is the deal with K-State's defense? We thought coming into the season, defense would be ahead of the offense because they have so many, new OC, new offensive line, new quarterback. It's going to take some time to get everybody on the same page. And you felt like the defense could be one of the best in the Big 12. I mean, Phil Steele had the secondary ranked first in the Big 12. I think we felt like it had the potential to be that kind of a secondary. And they looked great in week 1 against UT Martin. But, man, they went out against Tulane, and there were guys running like high school wide open, which obviously is bad. You don't want that. They let a redshirt freshman quarterback throw for 342 yards. The one saving grace with that, I will say, is that it was not like guys were just a step or two open because they're beating people in man coverage. It was that K-State was in zone, and there were coverage busts all over the place to where, Mario Williams is just running with nobody within 15 yards of him. And that, to me, seems more correctable. They feel really good about what they have in their corners. And safety, Marquis Siegel, I think, is really the star back there in the secondary. Weird, though, to have coverage, but they're pretty veteran back there. So that's really the question to me is dude, you've got Tetero and McMillan coming in. This could go very poorly if you have more breakdowns like that. Good news is, Joe Klannerman, the defensive coordinator, he's a secondary guy. Chris Kleiman was a safeties coach. That's where he really cut his teeth. So they have a lot of guys that I think can go in and fix it, but they better do something. The pass rush, hit or miss. They had to blitz a lot to get pressure against Tulane, and they did. They sacked the quarterback 5 times. Obviously, everyone saw the strip sack that basically won the game, but that was with a linebacker. They were having to blitz. So they have a lot of young talent at defensive end and on the defensive line, but it's pretty unproven. So that would be one of my concerns. Will you be able to actually get pressure with the front 4, or is it going to take sending extra blitzers? Because it's one thing that kind of worked against Tulane with a redshirt freshman quarterback. You're trying to do that against Fafita and the connection that he has with McMillan. That could go pretty poorly pretty quickly. So to me, that will tell the story of the game. I think K-State's offense will continue to be decent, probably have some kinks to work out, but they're going to need the defense to step up and be able to lean on them some. I do anticipate a lot of points in this game, which, is probably a pretty obvious statement based on, what we saw from Arizona in week 1. And I know they were a lot better in week 2, but I think it'll be a game that probably pushes into the 30s right now, just because of the home atmosphere is really the edge that I'll give K-State. And I've been saying 34-31 K-State this week, but I do expect a really close game, and I'm kind of biting my fingernails about Tetero and McMillan and what's going to happen with the K-State secondary there.
He is the great John Kurtz. Follow him on Twitter at JL Kurtz. Again, he was a front line wanting Arizona in the Big 12. We are very glad. You were awesome all summer, and we will be in touch. John Kurtz, you are the man. We very much appreciate you.
Hey, anytime, guys. Great to talk to you.
All right, that's John Kurtz. Appreciate you, man. That's John Kurtz. All right, now, Sheer, he agrees with you. He's picking Kansas State to win the game.
Yeah. Yeah,
right. We'll get into this in just a second. But first, we got to pay the bills. All right, now we pay first? Branded bills, that is. Get it? Get it? Branded bills, got to pay the bills. Very, very good. That made me laugh. Okay, head to brandedbills.com and use code PHNX for 20% off your first order. All kinds of good stuff. Our good pal Kevin Thomas, I believe, has a branded bills. By the way, my branded bills, I will put it behind me starting in the future, but check it out. Save 20% with code PHNX. By the way, Sheer, when you go to branded bills, you can see those all over campus. They back the A, it appears.
Oh, yeah. Branded Bills is big in these streets.
Branded Bills is massive. And so, again, check it out. Sheer, I have multiple Branded Bills hats. I will give you a Branded Bills hat. This is true.
Wow. I appreciate it.
Now, all right. Now, you might say to yourself, where could Sheer wear that Branded Bills hat? Great point. The Gila River Casino. Gila River Resorts and Casinos. You all know what time it is. Come on, Sheer. Sure, you're not doing it. You're not doing it. There it is. All right, there's the wave. The Gila River Resorts. Oh, that's good. That's a good one. Keep it going during the whole read. The Gila River Resorts and Casinos. You can see it from I-10, my friend. Check it out. All kinds of really, really good stuff at the Gila River Resorts and Casinos. And the great thing is, you do you at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Visit playatgila.com for more details. A fun, immersive experience. Okay, one more time. Let's do the wave. Everybody out there, do the wave. All right. Yes, yes, yes. We see it. Kevin Thomas, will you hop in and do the wave and achieve legendary status very quick? Let's see it, Kev. Come on. Kev's got such a better wave than we do. No, I mean, just ride the wave. That's very, very good. Very, very good.
Thank you, Mike.
Yes, again, check it out. Achieve legendary status at the Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Okay. Now we're going to talk about Arizona stuff here. And look at all those waves coming in. Oh, by the way, I will say this every single time I see this name, Angel Antonio Chavez. I am so jealous of that name. You know what, Angel Antonio Chavez, that sounds like literally the preeminent soap opera star in like the entire Southwest. It is awesome.
Really better than Michael Luke.
Yes. You know? Oh, are you kidding me? Angel Antonio Chavez or Michael Luke? Come on. It's not even
Lucas Chavez.
Yeah, no. Angel Antonio. Yeah, that's it where it is. Yes, I do have wave envy, by the way. Okay, now we're going to talk about some players that could break out in this game for the U of A because we need some breakout performers in this game. And we're going to start on the offensive side, and then we're going to move over to the defensive side. My first one is Jeremiah Patterson. Boom. I'm going to keep pushing this narrative
every week. That Jeremiah Patterson will break out because, damn it, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. We are telling you. Jeremiah Patterson, that is my first one. I'm going 3 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown in this game. It's going to happen sooner or later. Jeremiah Patterson is my first breakout performer, Skier. What say you?
You want mine or you want me to respond to yours?
Respond to mine and then give me yours.
I mean, Jeremiah Patterson, look, I know we sound silly. Or no, you know what? We don't sound silly. Every week we say Jeremiah Patterson because we know. And the 1 week where we wouldn't say Jeremiah Patterson, he'd be awesome. And we'd
keep saying it.
Yeah. My guy, Mike, is Kean Burnett.
I think I was going next.
I think they've been hiding him a little bit. I don't think that tight end game has been what we know it can be. I think today, with the way that Kansas State plays the 3-3-5, with how aggressive their defense can be, there's going to be a lot of lanes for Burnett. He'll take advantage of it. Burnett gets a career high tonight.
Well, what does a career high mean?
Let's go 70 yards.
All right, so we're both all right. Okay, now let's go with another one. I'm going to stay on the offensive side here. Then we're going to get to the defensive side. I'm going to stay on the offensive side, and guess who also I'm going to go with? Kedrick Reesano. I think that Quali Conley is going to do his thing, but I think Reesano is going to make himself known to the public.
Yeah, I mean, that's a large man. And we assume Ja'Cory is playing very girthy. You're right. I love that kid's awesome. I'm going Montana Lamonius Craig. I think he gets 2 catches. 2 catches.
Show clip right there.
2 catches.
All right.
Two. It might be for 10 yards, but I think he catches 2 passes.
That's not a breakout performance. Come on, dude. 2 catches for 9 yards. That's not a breakout performance.
I think he gets, you know what the over-under is? You can bet on it. It's 24 yards. 2 catches, 24 yards. You want the over?
Under.
Let's see. Burnett, Rosanna. I'm going.
Breakout performance. 2 catches. Perfect.
I think based on it's tough because offense is kind of predictable, right? Like Quali, Rosanna, T-Mac,
Jeremiah Patterson,
Patterson. So who would even be the other option?
Well, do you want to go Rhino?
Well, I don't know if he's playing for sure yet.
No.
But again, update. We upgraded Rhino from doubtful to questionable.
Yeah, he's moving in the right direction. How about that?
It's time decision.
It's fluid, but moving upward. How about that?
Time decision. Tyler Loop. I'm going Tyler Loop. I think he hits 3 field goals.
Oh, well, that's not a breakout performer.
You know what, Mike? No. Montana, 3 catches, 30 yards. Is that breakout for him?
Yeah.
I mean, he goes 30
Yeah,
yards.
it is.
I'm going to look what 30 yards would be at Arizona while Kevin talks here.
All right, Kevin Thomas, what do you have, Kevin Thomas? We see you coming in here. What do you got?
Yes, indeed. So I was kind of listening to you guys' conversation about offense is kind of predictable. Like, are you able to really predict a breakout player when we kind of know who's going to get the lion's share of the touches? What do we think about the breakout player being Noah Fafita? He's kind of been as expected, decent so far, but I kind of see him performing really well in this game, maybe kind of reminding people who he is. Maybe not a breakout, but did you forget kind of game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You probably have never heard of Roy Jones Jr. Have you?
Of course I have.
Okay. Yeah. He had a rap song called "Y'all Must Have Forgot." Yeah, y'all must have forgot. The king, I'm like Roy in the ring. I can't lose. I'm totally cool with that. My only thing is we know who he is, but Kevin Thomas, this is your opinion, not my opinion, though. I very much like that. So, Kevin Thomas, we have you as Noah Fafita as the breakout performer. This is true.
Yes, this is true. Yes, we know this.
Ooh, okay. All right.
I'll go Devin Hyatt. I think Devin Hyatt has a career game. I know that's not saying much because he only has one catch in his career, but I think he gets more.
Okay, by the way, Montana, look at Kobe Thiel, really go down on a limb. 3 touchdowns and 500 yards of total offense for Montana Lamonius Craig. Very, very good.
He's had 5 games of 30 yards or more at Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying, all right. So we're looking for a we're looking for a break. I got consistency at its finest. Now let's move over to the defense. Let's move over to the defensive side of the football. What say you, Jason Shear?
You made fun of him, but that's the easy answer. Dalton's questionable, maybe more towards doubtful. So Owen Goss would be that guy.
I love Owen Goss in this game. I think you got to put Owen Goss. I think Owen Goss is going to be that dude. I think you're going to see a lot of Owen Goss in this game. All right, now everybody's saying Justin Flo. I'd love for it to be wrong, but I do not see that being the case.
I would be shocked if Flo's the spy.
Right. I do not see that. I do not see that being the case. Okay. Now. What do we think of it? Because again, this is going to be interesting. Now looking up front, then Trey Smith.
I got a guy up front. You're going Trey Smith? Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm going Trey Smith. Arizona needs somebody to emerge as that pass rusher. Trey Smith showed life last week. Life. I'm going with that. I'm
going Chase Kennedy. I think with Avery Johnson's speed, Kennedy isn't as big, but he's super fast. I could even see them kind of using him as the spy and playing him off the line a little bit. I'm going with Chase Kennedy. I think he has a really nice game.
All right. Well, Chase Kennedy, who weighs as much as me, that would be very impressive if he did that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. But Chase Kennedy looked really good last game, so we got to give him some credit there.
But you mentioned Trey Smith. Trey Smith is a pro. I hope people realize that.
I'm saying, but this
NFL defensive lineman.
There's got to be a game where he is. There's just got to be a game where against a good team where he just really, he really emerges.
He's like 4th in the nation in quarterback hurries.
No, he's good. He's good. By the way, I like Mr. Tyler Warden. By the way, Mr. Tyler Warden, not as tall as Jacob Franklin, but clearly, I would bet he's probably about 6'4". But Mr. Tyler Warden says Ty getting 1.5 sacks tomorrow night. I like Ty. I think Ty is a very good. I think Ty is a good pick. I do think that there's going to be some point in this season when Ty does have a really big game. I like Ty. I agree with that, Mr. Tyler Warden.
I'm reading the comments, and Spears brought up a good point yesterday. Right point over there.
That guy.
And we were talking about it. If people are asking about Jared Small and Justin Flo, and if a guy doesn't play tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not hiding. They're not playing. There's not a factor in the game plans, right?
They're just not playing. If you don't,
they're going to narrow things down, I assume, a little bit tomorrow. If a guy doesn't play tomorrow, they're not playing.
They're not playing, and I would even go a step further on that one and say that if they're not playing, then, or if they're not doing that, then it's kind of like, well, I would say that with the game plan as well. If you don't use the tight end, then we were hoodwinked.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm not just putting it on the players, like the coaches too. Like if we don't see different formations and tight end usage, this and that, what were we doing all camp?
Right. Yeah, that's what I would agree with that. Now, Joseph says saving flow for the college football playoff championship. Come on now. All right. I like it. All right. Now. I doubt we're going to see a ton of Tay Brown in this game. I just don't know that this is a good matchup for him. I do like this is a big show me game for Groves Killebrew. I agree with that, Mr. Tyler Ward, and this is a big game for him. I would agree with that. Sheer, what say you?
Yeah, I think this is a show me game for a lot of guys.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like Groves Killebrew hasn't really been challenged very much.
Right.
This game, do we see the dollar package? If so, like in Dalton Johnson's out, do they play Luttrell? Do they play Gavin Hunter? Like that's a show me game for those guys. The tight ends, like this is a big game for the coaching staff. It's a big game.
What do you think about Mr. Michael Wooten or Mr. Michael Wooten, Mr. Tyler Warden, Mr. Michael Wooten, Mr. Michael Wooten? If Rhino can't go, it's going to be him.
It's probably going to be Wooten. I would expect Jonah to be on the right side no matter what. Reason being, as you roll your eyes, Mike, watching the film and talking to him, he is very clear at this point because of how much he's practiced there, more comfortable on the right side.
Well, I still don't understand why they didn't put him on the left side, though. He's one of the best offensive linemen in the country. Why would you put him on the right side? I just don't understand that.
I do not know, but I get why he's on the right side now.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Now, Robbie Don says, are you disappointed how Speedy is playing when he gets a chance? He just doesn't seem to have it. He falls down with a strong breeze. I've always said, I wish he would. I like Speedy. I'm still in on Speedy, but I wish Speedy would redshirt. He's just not big enough. You got too many big guys in front of him. I wish Speedy would redshirt.
Yeah. I think you're right. I don't want to
yet.
Yeah. He's not big enough. He goes down too easily, but at the same, it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough, but we also blame Jed though for this. Jed should have when he came in at 152 pounds and you gave him 12 when you gave him 12 carries, that is malfeasance. So that's where I stand. That's where I stand on that. Now, but I agree. I'd love to see Fam redshirt. All right, now let's go with some statistical expectations then in this game. I am going to ask you right now. I am going to give Tony Valentine, Mike. You're only jealous of the name Unique Beaver. I wish that was my name.
Great name.
Right. Yes, I wish that was my name. Now, when it comes to Arizona, I think the one thing that we are at a point with is, let's be honest here, Sheer. I think there's one thing that we have to be very clear about. Noah Fafita, you got to be able to get him throwing the football and winging the ball. Listen, we've said it before. There's absolutely no reason for him not to be a top 15. This not to be a top 15 offense. I need a big game out of Noah Fafita.
Yeah, I don't need him to go in there and run for 300 yards, but I need him
for 300 yards.
Pass for 300 yards.
Run for 300 yards.
Why not have him run for 300 yards? But I need him to look better than he did against NAU.
Right.
He just needs to be solid. Like, no mistakes, not running for his life, not making one read. And a lot of that was the offensive line. He needs to be able to progress through things. They're going to attack him. They're going to be really aggressive. I would expect Kansas State to blitz very, very often because that's what works. It's going to be interesting.
I also think,
they clearly need him to step up.
Okay, so I'm going to give you some stats here. 252 yards over or under for Noah Fafita.
250?
Yeah.
Over.
300.
Around there. I think like 275 or so.
Okay, now I'm going with touchdowns. 2.5 touchdown passes. These are good. These are good odds. These are good numbers.
I think he gets 2.
I think he goes for 2.5.
Wow. How do you get half a touchdown?
No, he's going to score. It's going to be like a 3.5 point play. It's going to be very impressive. It's going to be a revolutionary play.
That we can't do.
Yeah, many people are talking about it. Many people. All right. Now that was very funny. Now I'm going Quali Conley, everybody. Quali Conley, 71 yards over under.
How many?
71
total.
No. Rushing.
I'll go over. I think he gets 75.
You're going over. Okay, I like it. Going over. All right, now, here's the interesting one for you. Kedrick Risano. Shout out Portland Timbers. Kedrick Risano. I am going over under 48 yards for Kedrick Risano.
Under.
All right, so you don't think Arizona's going to be able to run the ball very well. That's what you're saying.
I think it'll develop into a passing game type of shootout type of deal.
Yes, exactly. Now, this is where I always get it.
He's right, Mike. Right now, you're at a total of 900 total yards for Arizona.
This is always where I get into trouble. Mike about to predict we win 75 points and go for 800 yards of offense. Interesting. So, yeah, we will do that. Oh, look who we have here on assignment. Saul Bookman. Hello, Saul Bookman.
Hi, guys. How we doing?
How you doing, dude? How you doing?
I'm in the Chicago airport, and there's like 20 K-State fans on my flight, so that's going to be fun.
I was going to say, what do they have to say? Are they talking a little bit of smack?
No, because I'm not wearing anything U of A related yet, so they don't know. It'd be kind of random if they just walk up to random strangers and start talking crap.
Yeah. So, all right, Saul, what are the vibes, though? You're going to be there shortly. What are you thinking on this game?
I mean, I think their vibes are pretty high. I think it's going to be a close game.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be. I would guess 7 or less.
7 or less, I'll take that. Now, are you going to predict a win?
Yes, 100%.
All right, now.
Yeah, provided Noah Fafita doesn't get sacked more than 4 times.
Okay, now what do you think about the offense? And no Arizona going to get right?
Yeah, yes, they will. I hope so.
Yeah,
this would be a wasted trip if they did. No,
yeah.
They absolutely will.
And then, all right, now defensively, are they going to be able to contain Avery Johnson in the running game?
Avery Johnson in the running game, I'm not so sure about. I think they can contain the pass.
Okay. All right. How many points for Kansas State in this game?
24.
24? All right. And then Arizona?
31.
31-24. I will take that.
Go.
I'll definitely take that. I like it.
I got to jump on this flight. I'll have some content tonight. Tim Brando, the play-by-play guy. I'll be talking to him later on this evening or tomorrow morning. A couple other little nuggets here and there. So follow the Twitter channel, y'all.
All right. Appreciate you, dude.
Yeah.
All right. See ya. All right. Now with back to with the defense. The defense, though. Let's talk a little bit then about where do you expect? Is Arizona going to be able to contain Kansas State?
How do we define contain? They're going to score. I actually don't worry about the passing game. The only thing that would worry me about the passing game is if they commit so much to the run that it opens up the pass for Kansas State, because I don't think their receivers are better than Arizona's DBs. The Avery Johnson run game, as John mentioned earlier, I think they've been hiding it a little bit. That worries me. He is a stud when he gets going outside of the lines.
Yeah, I would agree with that as well. And Robbie Don, not feeling well, feeling a little bit under the weather, so wasn't able to make it. But go ahead and give a like though as well. Okay, now T-Mac. Is T-Mac going to be? We agree that T-Mac is the best wide receiver in the country. By the way, I think Luther Burden. Can you look up Luther Burden's stats on the season?
Yeah, I did actually.
I saw this yesterday.
I don't think he even has 50 yards yet, does he?
He's got 54 yards, I think.
64. No relation to Luther Ticky Burden, who was an NBA player.
Yes.
I didn't know that. But whenever I Google Luther Burden, a basketball player, played 63 games with the Knicks. Luther Burden.
Yeah, now Luther Burden. Yeah, go ahead. All right. So
best receiver in the country. Who leads the nation in receiving yards? I'm gonna look this up.
That is an interesting one. I do not know. But I will say that I expect T-Mac. I will say
right now. Ty Felton is number 1 for Maryland. T-Mac is number 2. Even with 11 yards in the second game, T-Mac is second in the country.
Yep, T-Mac is very, very good. We like T-Mac a great deal. All right, over under 100 yards for T-Mac in this game.
Over. They're gonna force the issue.
Yeah, we're going to force the issue. And guess what? Arizona State fans are going to say, why are they throwing it to T-Mac so much?
You know what I miss? I just looked at those stats. I wish Arizona found a way to get Nick Nash.
Oh, dude, no. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know how. I don't know why he didn't come to Arizona. Maybe there were grades or something. I don't know, but that dude's a stud.
Well, sure. Wait a second here. This is when you know somebody's really good. If a player does not come to Arizona and
because he's at San Jose State and he entered it's a weird. It's like Toya.
It was like the defensive tackle. It was the Toyo guy or whatever.
He didn't come because of grades. I know that for a 100% fact. Grades could not transfer. That's why he entered the portal and then went back.
And then nobody wanted. Yeah. I get it. All right. You know one thing
on Arizona too.
You know one thing though that we do not worry about though is neutral.
No. Never.
Our good friend Erica L. Day is taking pictures at the Merc game with Neutral. N-U-T-R-L, all kinds of really good stuff. This is now here's the deal. Just like Kevin Thomas, Neutral is based out of St. Louis. Anheuser-Busch, my friends. Keep it tasty. Keep it toasty. Enjoy responsibly. 2024 Anheuser-Busch Neutral at flavored vodka and carbonation, St. Louis, Missouri. Man, that is awesome. Hey, who do you think's 15 years from now, who's a bigger deal in St. Louis, Anheuser-Busch or the great Kevin Thomas?
Kevin Thomas. Silly question.
Yeah, and I don't even know why I'm waiting 15 years at this point.
Apologize now.
Yeah, I do apologize. How about 15 months?
I was like 15 minutes, maybe.
15 weeks, 15 days. Either way, get Neutral, though. I will have a Neutral this weekend if I am feeling better. We know that our good pal Erica L. Day has a Neutral, will be having a Neutral as well. Neutral vodka seltzer has arrived. It tastes good, like real good. Check it out. Neutral, Gringo Billy, our good pal Gringo Billy, definitely likes it. Also, one other one, Circle K, my friends. Circle K. All right, now, I have many people asking me that when am I going to apply for the job at that 6th Street Circle K? Got to still work out a couple things, but that is in the work, hopefully by next week. And if I do get the job, I will post my shift so you can all come in and buy stuff at Circle K. And if it's one guy asked me, he's like, "Oh, well, wouldn't you be embarrassed if somebody took a picture?" No, I'll take pictures as many people.
Embarrassed?
Why would I do that, dude?
What a stupid. What is that guy's job?
I want the Inner Circle hat and I want the I already got that, but I want the shirt and I want all the kudos that go with working at Circle K. Very, very cool. I will, hopefully this does occur. Now, here's the deal with Circle K. Join the Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit circlek.com for details. Roy Samuelson. I like that. Mike. Oh, there are two Ks in Mike and Luke. I do like it. That's a very good point. Very, very good point. Andy Bryan, also Circle K postgame. Oh, a postgame from Circle K, the one on 6th Street. Oh, yes. That would be awesome. Wop. Circle K. We're going to do that too, by the way, during
that was good. I like the Circle K right at the end. Circle K.
Wop. I'm going to do stuff. Yes.
Oh, man.
No, it's good. Yeah. Now, but Erica, you missed some interesting stuff, Erica L. Day. It's okay. Now with wop, Circle K.
That is good.
Circle K.
Kevin, make sure you cut this clip right here because it's going viral.
Dude, no, this is huge. And again, a lot of people giving up already and not backing the 8. Now it's time for predictions. This is where the hammer meets the anvil, where the day meets the neutral, where the Kobe meets the Thiel, where all of this occurs. All right, now it is time for a prediction. Oh, Erica L. Day, if you can hop in here for a second, we could definitely prove that. We can definitely talk about this for a minute if you'd like.
You might be a little tipsy off neutrals.
Yes, but Erica, you should hop in if you can. Kevin Thomas, if you could send her that link, we would like to preview this very quickly. This is a very good get for her. But let's talk, though, about predictions, and then we're going to make fun of the other schools. When it comes to predictions, Sheer, what do you got? Yeah, I've been trying to get you to back the A this entire time, and you, I don't know that you are.
I'm sending Erica Day the link. I'm not backing the A.
You're not backing the A in this game? Oh, what a loser. I am backing the A.
35-27. I just think it, and I agree with what John said earlier. If this game was at Arizona, I'd probably pick Arizona. It's just the environment, Friday night, all that. It's just tough.
You know, here's the deal with this. If you don't back the A when you think we're going to lose, don't back the A when we're good. Seriously.
I back the A. I mean, I think that's insulting. I think it's obvious if I back the A, I just back it within reason.
Yeah, all right, fine. You're backing the A. All right. I am backing the A. I am going 34-28. Good guys. Arizona is going to win this game. Back the A. We will sit here and I will sit on my palace, sit on my throne with my prediction. What say you, Kevin Thomas, the great Kevin Thomas?
You know, I'm also going to back the A. I'm going to say 35-31. Close one, but
I like it.
Good game.
I like it. Very, very good. So, all right. So we're all back in the A except for Skier. Oh, look who's here, by the way. We have the great Erica L. Day. Hello, Erica L. Day. We're coming to us live from looks like a construction plant.
Exactly. I'm in a warehouse.
What are you doing? Oh, whoa. Erica has a real job, folks.
What are you doing there, Erica L. Day?
I
Working?
am doing my real job today. I am selling solar, at least pretending to do so.
All right, Eric Alday, give us a little bit of a rundown, and then we're going to get to Colorado State, Arizona State. But you have something very tasty on the agenda today.
I would like to first off begin by saying I obviously back the A and the correct Wildcats this week, and I'm taking U of A over K-State. K-State, wrong Wildcats. Get them out of here. We don't care anything about them. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Yes.
Exactly. But yes, later today I will be having Phoenix Mercury play-by-play analyst, also the ex-Pac-12 play-by-play analyst, Cindy Brunson, on my PHNX Mercury podcast. I expect all of you guys to be there. If you're not there, you can catch these hands. Like I said, be there or be square.
Yes. Erica, whop. That's about that. All right. I will be in that chat at 6.
Don't go. Don't forget also PHNX Wildcats football away watch party this Friday. Be there or be square. While we're on the topic.
But you're not going to be there.
They don't have to know that yet, Mike.
Oh, no.
Okay, sorry. All right.
Jeez.
Erica here on national TV.
Erica, there's a forklift about to fall on you. Watch out. I was just kidding. You know what I would have said instead? Whop. All right. Either way, Erica Alday, you were the best. We will talk to you soon.
See you guys.
TTFN. Okay. Now, I am backing the A, though. This is true. All right. Now let's talk about a couple other teams real quick that we need to be rooting. Texas State. We are all Bobcats today. We are all rooting for Texas State here.
I'm pumped for that game. You know the spread moved again?
What's the line now?
Texas State now favored by 1.5.
Oh, I love that.
All the money coming on Texas State.
I will be unbearable. I told you one person that would know thinks that Texas State can very much win this game. So hopefully that person is true. That person is right. Yes, exactly. Fort Mike 24 says, I live in San Antonio. I will be there, fam. Yes, exactly. Root on Texas State. We're all Texas State fans. McLeod. Also, the other team that we are definitely big fans of today, Colorado State. By the way, did you see Shiloh Sanders, what he said before the Nebraska game? Y'all about to get your beat.
You're about to get your butt whooped.
Yeah.
His arm and they blow him out.
He broke his arm and he got blown out. Yeah.
That's karma comes. Life comes at you fast.
Yeah, that was a great clip by Barstool. But now we're all Colorado State Rams fans as well. That line is 7. We need that win to happen. Sure, we will be even more unbearable than usual if that is the case.
Back the Rams. Back the Rams.
Back the Rams. Yes. Okay. Now, no better time to become a PHNX diehard, by the way. All kinds of little good stuff. Diehard membership, free t-shirt, or your choice from the locker, access to all our premium written content, entrance to the Discord lounge, discounts on all events. Become a diehard today. Also, Sheer, where can they find you doing your stuff?
WildcatAuthority.com, Wildcat Scoop podcast with Shelby. And if Arizona wins tomorrow, I will come on your post-game show and apologize to you.
That's all we ask for. That is period, point blank. All right, so here's your rooting guide for the weekend. Texas State, Colorado State, Arizona, and whoever's playing Washington.
Washington State.
Oh, is Washington State playing Washington?
Yeah. Real quick, dude, Washington State plays Washington and Oregon State plays Oregon. So we want those two to win, too.
Exactly. We're all in. Again, synergy. And during the game, too, during big hits, let's all go, wop. That's what we're going to have. Okay. On that note, though, for Mr. Jason Shear, I am merely Mike Luke. Oh, a shout out to Smelly Rainy Seattle as well. Also mentioned during the debate, Smelly Rainy Seattle. Okay. But on that note, for Jason Shear, I am merely Mike Luke. We also have the prodigious, the Archway Bandit, the Saint Lunatic, Kevin Thomas behind the scenes. You've been listening to the AZ Wildcats podcast.
We all silly like the mayor.